The start for the third round is headed off by Timo Virtanen, followed by Dimi Mavropoulos, who is trying to line up for first place. Go for it, Dimi. If you can tuck inside here, right on his backside, he's got number 33, Mikael Nordstrom, who's already been off once. Dimi Mavropoulos holding second place there, but at the moment it's the Finn Virtanen who is away, Timo Virtanen in his Audi Quattro.
Well, Dimi is still there with him, and in fact Dimi isn't letting the Finnish driver get away.
He's doing everything he can to catch up, but Virtanen's no fool with this Quattro. He's been very successful in Finnish Rallycross, and Dimi Mavropoulos hasn't got an answer for him at the moment. Indeed, must drive protectively to stop Mikael Nordstrom from Sweden coming past him. He can afford to give away the 1 point of the Finnish guy in front of him, but he's got to try and protect that second position after the unfortunate circumstance where Trevor Hopkins had to retire from the second round.
And Nordstrom really giving Dimi a hard time there. You can see how that Quattro is sliding, the RS200 right there behind it, and Dimi must be working like mad at the wheel.
Yes, Dimi's driving very well indeed. He's having to really use his brain. He's got to keep the car on a smooth, tight line and not allow Mikael Nordstrom to get his nose in front anywhere, and yet he also wants to make ground on the guy in front of him. Probably the sensible thing to do is to let the guy in front, Patari, go and just make sure he defends that second position. It is a team event. Number 33 very close inside there, switching into the legitimate line, whereas the RS200 uses an illegitimate line and goes past into the second place. Once past,
and Dimi's slowing. Dimi suddenly braked very, very hard as he came over the line. I think he might have had a problem with visibility, Colin, as Nordstrom went past him. There is Dimi, and he was as if he stood on the brakes. The nose of the Quattro dived.
You can't see it very easily on the screen, but his wipers have definitely cleared a very large area for him. There it goes again. And now you can start to see the driver through the screen, which you honestly couldn't see before. So Dimi Mavropoulos was obviously blacked out when number 33, Mikael Nordstrom, came past. They're going to have to do something about marking that corner there, Bill.
That's right. I believe there's only one marker on the circuit. I was hearing during the driver's briefing yesterday, there is only one marker, but if you go the wrong side of it, you'll need to have gone off the track, yes.
And if you do tuck left and get your power down early, you get a distinct advantage.
And that is Paul Kumpen in the Porsche, number 41. He's closing just a little bit on Dimi, and this is the car that Francois Monton will be using for the Grand Prix at Brands Hatch.
This is the Belgian champion in a four-wheel drive bi-turbo Porsche. Beautiful looking motor car, also sponsored by Autoglass. Just taking the curbs there, not being worried by it at all. Mavropoulos in a secure third place. That's still good for Britain. Irish hopes in sixth place with Eddie Colton, number 86 in his Lotus Sunbeam, as we watch the second place man, number 33, closing on the leader. Number 33 is definitely closing on the Audi Quattro, but not in time, as the finish takes the checkered flag from number 33 in second place, Mikael Nordstrom. And here is the third place man for Great Britain, Dimi Mavropoulos. Right. Meanwhile, back at the back, Ed Colton's sixth place is under extreme threat from the Danish challenge number 66, Lorentzen, and the Volvo number 74 from Norway, Bjorn Kopperud, is being blocked out. Can he make it to the line? Everybody's trying to get their power down. Ed Colton it is, from Ireland, who takes an excellent place with his Lotus Sunbeam.
Well, that concludes the qualifying heats. And as the drivers get ready for those finals, let's go over to Julie in the paddock, who's been talking to some of the competitors.
Well, Francois, I understand that you actually retired at the early part of 1987, so why are you here now?
Yeah, I think the people don't like me to be on a rest period, I suppose, and I still have my supporters team in Belgium, who's always been a very good sponsor for me personally. And they are still existing even when I stopped rallycrossing last year after my 10th title of Belgian champion. But they still collected a little money, and then for the last race in Belgium they tried to get John Smith's car over to the continent, and that's what they did. And then John was, I think, so satisfied about about this, that he present me his car to do the race here in Croft for the Internations Cup, because he was not selected, I think, for the British team, because he was racing most of the time on the continent, I suppose.
John, we saw you give Mark Renison a run for his money up at Cadwell Park a while ago, and that was the first time, I believe, that you used your new car.
Yes, it was the first time out. We've been building it over all of this year and also running the other X-Track as well. So we were very pleased with how the results went. It was a little bit of a fluky win up there because obviously Mark's car's fully sorted and developed, and we were pleased to be able to give him a run for his money again.
Well, the other car you have is an Escort. For the benefit of the viewers that don't know a lot about cars, perhaps you can tell us how you feel this one's, going to improve your standard.
Yeah. Well, what the main difference is, the Escorts, we designed them 4 or 5 years ago, and they've run virtually in the same form. Kind of Martin Shanker and myself have developed them right up to a year ago, but there's fairly fundamental things you have to do. You require a slightly bigger engine, which gives a lot more torque. You need a lot more steering lock, which is one of the things the old Escorts were a little bit short on. Power steering, and of course the Group B cars coming into it, they brought the very, very sophisticated suspension. So what with this car that Opel designed for their Group S development, which was cancelled by FISA, they'd gone through the same tracks and really built some super suspension. And all we've got to do now is learn how to use it and adapt it to Rallycross. We're a little bit towards it at the moment, but it's going to take about 3 months to actually make the car work.
Ollie, how do you think that the Swedish team are going to perform this weekend?
I hope we do it well this weekend, because the weather you have here in England are nearly the same as we have in Sweden. It's a little bit colder at home, but I think it's better for us when.
So you're used to this cold and icy mornings then?
Yes, we have done a lot of races in that temperature.
How many times at home do you race a week? Or a month?
We are racing nearly every Sunday in the summer season, but in the winter we are not making so many races. It's a little holiday now from to Christmas, but then it's starting again on the ice.
And are the rallycross circuits any different in Sweden than what they are in England?
The circuits in Sweden are going up and down very much. We are jumping a lot. The car are half the time in the air.
So you've got a lot of hills to go up and down then?
Yes, we have.
Tor, we're standing in front of your RS200 here, and I understand it used to be actually a rally car. Is that right?
Yeah, this is one of the old rally car. Carl Grundel was the one driving it, and I bought it last November from Ford.
Well, of course, these cars and many other fast cars were banned from rallying because they thought it was too dangerous. Now they're being used for rallycross. Have you had to do anything special to them to bring them up to rallycross standard?
Yes, of course. I was driving in England last winter, and during that period of time we rebuilt the car. This car has been proving itself very suitable for rallycross after modifications, and that we did last season here.
So it's really going well and you're really pleased?
I am pleased with the car. In the Norwegian Championship and in the European Championship I did quite well. I could have done better, but luck wasn't quite on my side the last part of the series, so we do better.